Yes, I think we are live again. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to Solemn Vale. We're not quite in Solemn Vale, but it's close enough. You might notice there's been a change of name. It is not a Dark Pact, it is a Dark Legacy, because I'm an idiot. But we are back playing today in Solemn Vale, the game. In this session, I am going to straight away put up a content warning. This is the second part. Things are about to get dark. This is a horror game, so yeah, things are going to get dark. Things are going to get weird. If you at all feel uncomfortable during these horror parts, please do take a break and come back when you have sorted yourself out. It's not going to be too bad, I hope, but you never know with these three. It could go very strange, but there is a content warning. This will get horror. This will get a bit grisly, a bit grim. So do be aware. Enter at your own risk. I think that's the signpost in front of Solemn Vale as you enter it. Enter at your own risk. But yeah, so that's the start. Hi, I'm David. I will be your storyteller today. I will continue this tale. We are in the Appalachian Mountains, valleys, mountains, somewhere in the town of Wellman, with these wonderful young-ish teens who are having a little bit of a trip. So we shall go around, introduce yourselves and your characters, remind us who you are playing and what they're up to, I suppose. We shall start with Mark, who appears to not have his background up.
I do not. I also look like I have a very tiny head because the angle of my phone.
Hey, squish your head.
Hey, squish your head. Yes, sorry, and all that. Due to logistical reasons of having to change room halfway through the session, I have had to not join on my PC, but join on a mobile device so that I can be mobile and move rooms halfway through without completely destroying David's OBS. Yeah, sorry about that. No background, just my messy office at the moment. I am Mark, the creator and host of the Folklore podcast, and I am playing Colin. Colin is age 17. He's not particularly strong. In fact, his body stats say thin and fragile. But he's got a little bit of thinking power, although he is somewhat obsessive about just about everything, really. Not dead yet.
Not dead yet. Always a good start. Next up, Tracy.
Hi, I'm Tracy, and I am the owner of a game design company, Madmen and Heroes. And today I will be playing Annabelle, who is, let's see, she is a little bit sarcastic, somewhat cryptic, and I'm rather slow moving. So I'm a little worried about my chances.
Did you describe your character or yourself?
Thank you.
As long as you're not the slowest.
That's right. Yeah, you don't have to run faster than the bear. Just have to run faster than the other guy.
Yep. And I think you're the intelligent enough one to tie together Tom's shoes. So Tom, I'm sure Timothy would really notice. I'm sure he's that observant.
He is the fastest, unless you distract him with shoelaces. Yeah. Hi, I'm Tom. It might become important. You can hire me for game shit. Give me a job. If I am not on stream, I do a little bit of writing for our homebrew things, and we really should think about a studio name. And
I thought we'd just why don't we just call ourselves the Grim Studio?
Anyway, this could be a good beginning. Yes,
we should probably talk about that.
Yeah. So I'm playing Timothy, and I am your bestest friend. And I really, really believe in everything if you just sell it hard enough. And by hard enough, I mean make a half-baked attempt to sell it to me. So I am here. I'm very athletic. I can wear anything and just um I might be the dullest knife in the drawer, but I'm also vainglorious. And yeah, I'm so loyal, and we will see. We will test it, I'm afraid. Too good-hearted to be afraid. Right now, it's dawning on me that bacon might not be our greatest concern. So,
Yes, as a quick catch-up then from last week, there was a lot of discussion about bacon. I'm not sure we ever really decided what bacon was. But if you're interested in finding an etymology and long discussion about the pros and cons of American versus Canadian bacon and British people getting confused over this, do catch up. It is on YouTube or highlighted on my Twitch somewhere. But yes, so
search for the keyword bacon.
Bacon.
Canadian bacon, I think, would get
Canadian
you there
bacon.
faster.
Yes.
Don't add the keywords folk horror. It might turn you to dark places.
Yeah. This was an actual wholesome discussion about bacon, not anything to do with horror. I think the main horror was the lack of toothbrushes.
Yeah.
Which you did procure at the end. And as you were walking back to your B&B, which I've conveniently just forgotten the name of. Give me a second. Something Family B&B or something like that. Where's the name of the B&B?
Wellman?
Wellman B&B? Old Wellman House.
No, that's the name of town.
Wellman House.
Yeah.
Old Wellman House B&B. Yeah. As you were walking back from... Ooh, my hair's gone funny. As you were walking back from your shopping, you may or may not have been followed by a lot of creepy townspeople. You went back to your rooms, Colin and Timothy. I think you went back to your room, and Annabelle, you went back to your own room. And on the floor in Annabelle's room, if I remember correctly, it was Annabelle's room, there was a key.
Yes.
And that is where we ended it. You had been followed by some very creepy townspeople, and you had found a key. As a quick reminder, one of the rooms in the B&B is locked.
And we're looking for missing Liz.
You are looking for someone called Elizabeth, who has gone missing. Well, you're not really looking for it. You're on a road trip through the Appalachian Mountains. You stopped off in Wellman because Annabelle had read a story about a missing girl, and you thought, well, let's stop and have a look around. It wasn't specifically looking for her, but you stopped here and thought you'd have a poke about. Marjorie, the owner of the B&B, seems nice, but also
is the secret mayor.
Is the secret mayor? Yes. And so we shall begin then. Colin and Timothy, you have gone to your room to, I don't know,
Brush our teeth.
Brush your teeth. Eat
Yes.
we were talking about jerky, I think. Was it jerky?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was jerky.
Some
Colin
jerky.
was very confused about jerky.
I'm sure, well, after eating jerky, you definitely need to clean your teeth, but I also think you need to floss because, well, we'll let you both discover that joy. But yeah, so Colin, Timothy, you go back to your room to kind of get ready for bed, talk about the weird people, and Annabelle, you enter. And you kick the key that is lying on the floor by the door. We shall begin there. We shall start with Annabelle. Clink.
I am going to pick up the key and check it out. And when I realize that there is a key and there is a locked door, I'm going to go down the hall and get the guys.
The key looks almost exactly like the key to your room, the same kind of shape. It is quite clearly a key to the rooms in this B&B. And Tom has now actually moved to Solemn Vale rather than die. Yes. We should play die here at some point. Mark would love it, I think. Anyway, yes, so Annabelle moves down the door, knocks on, clunk, 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 I'm guessing.
Yeah, hello?
Hey guys, it's me.
Oh, good.
Open up.
Yeah. I go over to the door and open the door. You're not crazy townspeople, are you?
Not so far, no.
Oh, great. Okay,
listen,
you can come in.
Listen, when I went into my room, check this out. There was this key on the floor.
Did you lose your key?
No, it's not mine. It's not to my room.
Oh. Colin, did you lose a key?
No, because we managed to get into our room using a key. Did you lose a key?
No. Didn't have one to begin with.
I think this is another key.
Do you want to pull out your key so we can see that it is indeed another key? I've got my key here.
Out his key. Here's my key.
It is another key.
Great, but which key could it be?
Well, another one. How would we know?
It has to be to another room.
Is it to missing Liz's room?
Why would it be on Annabelle's floor?
Why would any key be on Annabelle's floor?
It seems strangely convenient.
Maybe it's a secret message.
From who?
Secret mayor?
The secret mayor? I think the secret mayor makes her secret messages in the form of proclamations, not in the form of keys.
Okay. Yeah, also she I don't know. I'm getting bad vibes of her.
Maybe housekeeping dropped it.
Maybe. But we could try it. Like, we could just wait here and stay for trouble to come, or we could just check the key.
Because what's the worst that could happen?
I'm gonna look towards through the window.
As you look out the window, you are on one of the front rooms. It is looking out over the street. The sun is setting. It is misty. It is cold still. It is damp. The lights to the porch shine out through the mist. As you peek through the curtains, a ray of light shines out onto the streets from your room. Scattered around, standing on the streets and on the pavement, a few noble denizens of Wellman hang around. Not inconspicuous, but not purposefully staring at the B&B, just hanging around.
So the burly lurkers who followed us here are still outside. So let's try the key.
Yeah, I say we try the key too. Colin, you coming with?
Yeah.
Good. And we venture forth.
You make your way down the corridor. Occasionally there's a squeak as you step on a loose plank. And you end up outside the locked door. Again, there is no light coming from the room. It is on the side of the house rather than on the front like your rooms are. The door is still locked. The key slides easily into the lock, turns, and clicks. Can you all make me... I was going to say a weird roll, but none of you have any weird points at the moment, do you?
No.
Make me
Not.
a foreboding roll.
I think I took a weird roll.
It gets... Oh, so every session, your weird pool gets reset.
Oh, okay. Do my attributes also get reset?
No, it's every scene is technically meant to be reset. No, your attributes do not get reset. We are kind of halfway through scene 2, I guess. Scene 2, scene 3. I don't know. It's all a bit. You've gone sideways, so.
So you want to roll the number of dice? The number of dice for soul, yeah?
Yes, please.
Oh, number of dice.
The number of. So yeah, we're just doing the. Not the challenge rating, not the challenge roll, but the other one. Which I forgot the name of.
So,
Influence, that's the one. Influence. So you're rolling the number of dice and picking your highest number.
and you want the highest number, don't you? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, look, that's a lot of 6s.
Ooh, okay.
I got 6.
Colin
I
and
got
Colin
3
and Annabelle.
6s.
This actually works out quite well. Timothy, it's a door. It opens. Well done.
Yes.
There is nothing strange that you feel at all about going into this room. This is a perfectly normal room. It is absolutely fine. Annabelle, Colin, you feel as if something is now, I wouldn't say watching you, but is definitely aware. As soon as that door opened, just the merest crack, you become aware of something. You become aware of something as something becomes aware of you. It does not feel like somebody is watching you. It does not feel like somebody is close. But something, almost like you get that feeling when the telephone's about to ring, like your parents are about to call you. Almost like a premonition. For the briefest moment.
Okay.
Man, are you sure you should go in there? I don't know. It's giving me the creeps.
So what do we have here? Does look like a bed.
Timothy, go and have a look round.
Yep, I gonna have a look around. So,
right.
Bed. There's a ceiling and a floor and walls and a door that was previously locked. What else?
Also, Timothy, you see a writing desk. And
Nice.
on the writing desk is a journal. It is open.
Ooh, Nice. I'm gonna pick up the journal. Mm.
You're gonna pick it up. You're gonna it as you flick through it. I know that book. As you flick through it, there's a few things in there that catch your eye. The last entry I will read to you. There are things going on in this town beneath the surface. These people are loyal. They say nothing, but they have an allegiance. At night, for some, that allegiance comes to life. I've seen them, followed them to the old caves, watched them delivering crates and taking their dirty cash. Blake is involved. I've seen him down there. I'm going again tonight to find out exactly what's being bought and sold. Attached underneath this is a map that leads off into the mountains, and there's an arrow which says cave. As you flick through as well, you kind of see that Elizabeth is researching a family tree.
Mm.
Her surname is Wellman.
Yes. Like the place we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Great. I'm gonna take the diary notebook and go to my friends and tell them. So apparently people have alliances here, and they're selling stuff in the caves.
What do you mean selling stuff?
What sort of stuff?
Guys, I just told you that I was right about the caves. Also, I don't know what kind of stuff. Missing this wanted to go and see for herself, but she didn't make any further notes after saying, well, I'm gonna leave for this conveniently marked spot on the map. So I guess she is still there in the caves, as I said hours ago.
Well, we don't know that.
She's not. Because, I don't know, she's dead, maybe.
That would be a very sad story, and I don't like sad stories. So I prefer believing that she is alive, and since she didn't came back for the book to fill in her findings, she is still there. And also there was a family tree in there. She kind of did some genealogistic...
Genealogy, yes.
Yes, that thing about her family. And
And what does it show us? What does
I
the
don't
tree show us?
Oh, I can show you. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah, they're a pretty page, isn't it?
I'm going to guess then.
So it's the
Annabelle,
Wellman family tree.
yeah. As you go through the family tree and you kind of follow it through and go all the way back, it stretches back some 300 years to the town's founders, Josiah and Martha. And it notes next to them that they emigrated from a town in England called Solemn Vale.
It's nice.
You also notice that Elizabeth is at the end of this family tree, that she is related to them.
Have any of us heard of Solemn Vale before?
Are we setting this before or after the game that was never finished with James? Well, considering you're alive, I will guess this is probably before. So no, I'm going to say no.
Okay. Right.
And does it tell us where Elizabeth came from?
London. London town.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. And it's not a veil. Okay, great. Do you want to have a look around?
In the room?
Yeah.
You know what?
Does it
Colin,
just
if
look
you
like,
want to-
like the other rooms?
Yeah. If you want to do it, Colin, that's fine. But I don't. I'm like I said, this room is creeping me out.
Okay.
Does it look unusual from the threshold? Or does it just look like the other rooms?
It looks exactly like all the other rooms. The only difference is
Only with a
it has a
creepier
book.
atmosphere.
Creepier atmosphere. The bed is made. The book was left on the table, and that was it.
But Timothy doesn't find the atmosphere creepy at all.
No. Why? There's people then outside, so I'm happy. Speaking of
You want,
people,
to go, you want to go and have a look around the room?
sure.
Okay,
I'm gonna.
we'll keep watch
Great.
from out here.
Yeah.
Make sure nobody comes.
Teamwork.
Yes.
Exactly.
Teamwork
I
makes the
gonna-
dream work.
I'm gonna have a short rush through the room, look in most spaces.
As you go through and you check things, her backpack is still in the room. It's kind of tucked away in a corner, full of some dirty clothes. You open up the wardrobe and there's some lady garments in there, but generally there's nothing out of place that you wouldn't find in any normal B&B room.
Okay. Just checking for toothbrushes.
There's a toothbrush.
Good for her. They're really hard to come by in this place.
Is there a Bible in the top drawer of the drawers by the bed?
Yep, a small little red one. Hardback.
Just the New Testament.
Just the New Testament. Never been read.
Oh, okay.
Really thin paper that gives everybody a paper cup.
If this was any other character, they would have looked into this book. But no, Timothy not. Timothy is happy with the book that he already got. That's enough reading for a day. And I think we should go hiking. And since this is a special place, we should go secret hiking.
Well, how's it going to be a secret with all those guys out front?
That's the
I was going to say, it's the secret hiking, like, so all the weird people don't see.
yes, that's the challenge. Because I don't like them.
I'm fairly certain they don't like us either.
Yeah.
So
That
are we just stealing the book? Is that what we're doing? Because still don't know why this key was in the middle of my room.
so basically we have been given the book.
But by whom?
Secret key giver?
Quite vague.
The best I got. You're the smart one. Tell me.
Well, I just think it all looks a little bit convenient, like I said before.
Convenient.
What if it's a trap?
Why?
I don't know. Why did all the weird people follow us when all you did was go to buy a toothbrush?
Yeah, but if it was a trap, I mean, it's not like we have fire escapes in our rooms. Why wouldn't they just come and trap us in our rooms?
Yeah. Why don't they trap us here?
Maybe they're trying to lure us to the caves.
I think it's kind of working.
That's what I'm worried about.
So what should we do instead? Like leave?
Well done. Thank you for playing Solemn Vale. We'll see you all next time.
I mean, we've come this far. There's even somebody supporting us with like clues to find missing Liz. And wouldn't it be great if we wouldn't have to call her that anymore?
Yeah. We could call
Would we have to
her
call her? Would we have to
Egg
call her
Liz.
Secret Liz? I think it'd be Secret Liz. I think we all get a secret identity.
Yes. So just imagine like in 5 years we meet at a pub and then we go back through our memories and we say, wow, this was fun as we nearly discovered the mystery of missing Secret Liz. Glad we left that place, never finding out what happened.
Yeah, but Colin has a point. Because if the person who left the key had the resources to get in the room and read the journal, then why didn't they go find Liz?
They just were on my side a second ago. Where's all this enthusiasm for lures?
I
I'm
think
very
they're still
fickle.
offended about the bacon.
So
come to a decision.
yeah, I
I think
think
we should go. We should go.
yeah, or we could just stay and wait until things happen. And usually I like to be the person doing stuff unless things been happening too.
Yeah, but it says right here in the journal that she was going at night because something was sketchy was happening at night. So it's not like we can wait till the morning.
No, this would be waiting.
I'll say it's probably about 5 o'clock now.
How far are the
in
caves?
the afternoon.
5 o'clock, early evening. It is
Yeah.
autumn, so it is getting dark.
We had 1 hour until the shop closed, so it's
Oh,
reasonable.
yeah, 5 seems reasonable.
Okay. Let's pack the bags and leave.
And as Annabelle asked, the from where you are to the caves is probably 3-4 mile hike through the woods.
Oh, good.
Great.
Colin's going to be perfectly fine.
Hey, I grew up in these mountains. I'm fine.
I'm sorry for my shoes, but yeah, I gonna snag my bag and put some of the beef jerky that we got into that. And is there a torch or anything like this in the room for, I don't know, a nightly venture towards the restroom or anything like this?
Not in your rooms, no. But as Annabelle is probably grown up around these mountains, does Annabelle have a torch or anything in the car, maybe?
Well, as Annabelle grew up in these mountains, she's got a flashlight.
You don't want to use a
But
torch.
That's
'cause it
American
might
for torch.
you might set things
the
on
torch would
fire.
be a little medieval. Yes, I have a flashlight. A torch. I have a torch.
Flashlight is fine.
Yes. Let's play Annabelle's language game.
I thought we were doing that with
Just-
the bacon as well. We carrying it on now with other things.
Just wait until she tells us there's Canadian torches too.
Oh.
They aren't what we think they are.
Oh dear.
Okay.
I'm
I am
now
ready
worried.
to leave this building. Just the question is there any entry, any door or other opening that we could use to sneak out of the building?
Before you do that, my first question is, Annabelle, where is the flashlight? Do you have it with you or is it in the car?
It's in the car.
What about the torch?
They're
We'll
at the
have to
entrance
wrap
to the
rags
cave.
around the stick and light it. If we want a torch.
Cool.
Okay, front door it is.
So, well, there are some doors downstairs that lead to the kitchen, which probably lead out the back. But you would have to go through the workers' area, I suppose, the kitchens. And,
Must be a
the
fire
cleaners.
escape upstairs, surely.
What about this? What if we just go to the car and drive around back or look as if we're leaving, and so they'll just think we're on our merry way, and then we'll come back around.
So this is the
What do you guys think?
1970s, Colin. Fire and safety, health and safety, it's not a thing.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Brilliant idea. Let's do this.
All right, we're gonna try hiding in plain sight.
So you gather all your bags together, your toothbrush, your beef jerky. Do you take the book with you? Do you take the journal with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Stuff
the
the ju-
map.
Yeah. Stuff the journal in a pocket or in one of the bags. And you head downstairs. You hear some noises coming from the back of the... Excuse me. From the back of the B&B, where the kitchens would be, as if someone's maybe preparing some food. You head to the front door. It creaks open. The light spills out again into the foggy, misty streets. It is still just light, but the shadows are long. The people that Timothy saw on the street are no longer there. The street is empty. The fog has kept the sound down. You hear nothing, as if the world is empty.
And we do the thing you never see in a horror movie, as the teenagers put their stuff into their fucking car
The
and
car
get inside.
is about 500 meters down the road.
Okay. Then we're gonna walk
Outside the
towards the
diner.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you walk down the street, it feels as if the street is longer than it was before. It's oppressive. Colin, Annabelle, you still feel that sense of awareness around you. It comes and it goes, it grows, it weakens. Timothy, you're probably just a bit cold. But you are starting to sense it's just a bit creepy because you're in the woods and you're in the middle of nowhere. You can't see anybody or anything. And as you get to the car, It's parked where you left it. It's perfectly fine. Nothing seems odd about it. Can you all make me
Good.
another foreboding roll, please? If you want to, make me a foreboding roll, but you will need to take a point off body as well, as the stress of the atmosphere gets to you.
So it's an optional roll.
It's an optional roll.
Right. Well,
Call it an
Colin's
Annabelle.
body being Colin's body being what it is, I think I shall opt out of that particular roll.
Well, yeah, that's my lowest too. So I don't think I'm going to do it either.
Okay. Timothy, I will say, just to egg you on a little bit, you hear a scuff behind you. I'm going to make Timothy make this roll. You can take a point of weird if you want to. Obviously, you've got. I put the table in there, so if you roll, well, you roll it, and then you can take a point of weird, and you can do things with it.
Yeah, I don't need. I don't think we have any friendly NPCs.
No, but you can add +1 to the roll if you want to.
Yeah. Let's see.
You never know. There might be a friendly NPC behind you.
Well, I wouldn't know it because I rolled a 1.
This is This is going to be a challenge roll.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1. I don't think a +1 does change anything. I am in the scene. That doesn't help. I don't want to put. I don't want to roll another.
So
I have to check.
You can take a weird point and re-roll.
Yeah. Let's do that.
The game system actually allows you to roll twice, basically. And I'm guessing he rolled another 1?
Yes!
Timothy really is dumb.
Whilst he's failing these rolls, I'm just going to relocate, but I'm still listening.
So Timothy, despite hearing a noise behind him, he's like, no, it's just the sound of a car, just the sound of a town, sound of a city, nothing peculiar here. However, you do have a weird point now. So yeah, but nothing's unusual. Are you all going to get into the car and drive off?
That was our plan.
Cool. As you get into the car, you get in, you sit down, and you put the keys in. You try to start it. It sputters. It gutters. It makes some strange noises. It doesn't start. Doesn't start on the first. Doesn't start on the second. After getting a little bit annoyed with it, it does finally sputter into life on the third try. Which way are you going to head? The way you came, or continue going through?
Well, I thought the plan was we were supposed to appear to be leaving, so I'm going to go back the way we came in to town.
Okay.
Right? What do you think, Tim?
So I thought the plan was to disorient anyone who might be following us, but there isn't anybody following us, so we could just go directly towards where the map says we need to go.
Do we drive? Are we like driving to the edge of the forest, or is the forest right there?
The whole town is surrounded by a forest. So as soon as you drive out, you're in the woods. But there is a mark kind of like a dirt track just outside of town, on the not the way you came, but on the other side, that leads halfway through to the cave. It doesn't go all the way, but the rest of the route is marked through with a big red pen, and there's like an X where the cave is, because X always marks the spot.
Okay, well, let's drive over to the mouth of that trail and park there.
Yeah.
'Cause we don't really have to. Nobody's following us anymore, right?
No.
No, it's all fine. Everything's fine.
Uh,
Nothing like a night hike.
no. No. Mm.
By the time the car pulls in to the side of the road at the entrance to this dirt path, it seems like a convenient place to park the car. You can put it down the dirt path a little bit, and it's away from the view of the road.
Mm-hmm.
It is fully dark now. The car lights have swung through the trees. Occasionally you catch glimpses of eyes, deer, you assume, in the woods. Still, though, there is no sound. There is no birds. There is no rustling of the wind. It's almost as if the air is dead. You get out, you pull the car around, the lights shine down this dark, misty dirt path, and it looks like any normal, dark, misty dirt path. Nothing wrong with it. Annabelle, you've seen many a path like this. It's the night. It will always give you a sense of creepiness. You get out of the car. Oddly, the air feels slightly warmer here. Turn off the engine, and you begin your walk.
I grab my flashlight first.
I gonna grab my bag with the beef jerky and the book.
I'm just following along behind.
You take our attention.
The path,
All right, guys, let's do it.
the dirt path, it's quite clearly designed for 4x4s. If you'd have decided to drive down it, likely the car would have got stuck at some point or damaged in some way. It's a little bit annoying to walk down in the dark. A few branches, big stones, but you get down quite well. And you get to the end. The path just kind of fades off into the distance, into the trees, almost as like they're trying to words are failing me. The trees have grown over the path, I suppose is the best way to describe it. The forest is reclaiming it. But
It's like a tunnel.
well, it was like a tunnel, but now it's becoming an overgrown, and the further you go, the distinct tire tracks disappear. You can still kind of tell the path that you'd need to take with the book. As you head through the forest, does anybody know anything about, other than Annabelle, who's probably lived here, but how much do people know about trees and woodlands and plants and the like?
Well, I mean, Colin would probably know stuff.
I know that they
Whatever
don't
he'd
sell
read.
Nikes. So I am looking for Colin because Colin knows everything to give important facts about.
Well, yeah, Colin would know whatever he'd read.
Mm-hmm.
or learned in the Scouts.
All right. Could you, anybody who wants to try and know anything about it, make me a wits roll? Challenge, please. So roll a dice. If you want to take a weird point as well, there is 3 left. You can deal with that after you've made your roll.
I have rolled a 2.
So this is challenge. Do you want to spend any of your wits to up that?
No, I think it's far too low to worry about. I think I'd probably have to spend all of them to make a difference with that roll.
Okay.
Colin has forgotten everything about plants.
These are American plants. These are foreign plants. They are like the
Yeah.
Canadian bacon. Confusing.
I got a 4.
Okay. Do you want to take a weird point to up that by 1?
Why not? Why not? Let's do it.
I'm. It's always your choice to make that, but
Yeah.
as you are walking down, most of the trees and things, it's all the kind of trees you'd expect. It's pines. There's a few oaks. You've got your ivies walking around. Everything you'd expect to see. As you get deeper and closer to the cave, though, there appears to be some fungus that you do not recognize growing in the area. Just small patches of darkish fungus that you are unaware of. It's not something you've seen, but maybe it's just local to the area.
Is it on the trees or the ground?
Most on the ground, a little bit creeping up some of the base of the trees, but not much. It seems to get thicker as you get closer to the cave.
Guys, I don't know what this mold is, what this stuff is, but I have never seen anything like that before. Colin, do you know anything about what this might be?
No, I haven't a clue. I guess it's like fungus of some sort, but I probably wouldn't lick it.
It's really sticky.
And it's getting thicker.
Ah. Okay. But do you guess how far away are we from that cavern? Oh.
Well, we've got to be getting closer now.
You're probably, at a guess by looking at the map and where you've gone, you're probably 300-400 meters away from the cave now.
We can see the cave entrance.
No, it's a bit too dark, and the flashlight is not powerful enough. You can't see the forest through the trees.
And there's mist anyway, so if you shoot the light right at it.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about your shoes, man. But let's forge ahead. We've come this far.
Yeah. Their sacrifice shall not be in vain.
See if we can find you some fashionable hiking boots when we get out of here.
Yeah, might be nice. Oh, do you remember that one shop in New York? It was so nice. So nice. Okay. Everybody look out. Don't trip. It's important. Watch your steps.
Roll me a d6, Tom.
As he says this, he falls flat on his face. Yeah.
It's a 2. It's not a 1. It's a 2.
As you say that, your toe catches a branch, You stumble but don't trip.
See?
You have, though, however, really badly scuffed your nice new trainers.
Okay. Okay, this is for secret missing Liz. That's a sacrifice I'm bringing. So let's go.
You continue to head down the path. It is the same all the way through. The only change is more and more fungus. Suddenly in front of you, there is a darkness in the fog. You get closer, it appears to be a wall, a cliff. And within that darkness, in the centre, an even darker patch. The air is blowing out. You start to feel a breeze, the first sign of life, or something different since you have got into the woods. There is a smell on this air that you can't put your nose to, I suppose. It is cooler than the air around you. The kind of cool air that you would expect to come from a cave. Eventually you come through, the fog clears, the flashlight shines on the cliff wall, and you see a natural cave in front of you in this cliff wall. As you stare at it, behind you, you hear the first sound that you have heard other than yourselves, as if somebody else is walking through the woods. First it sounds like one, and then two, and three people, and then it just sounds like you are being surrounded. And on that note, before we enter the cave, I think we shall have a comfort break, because I need a coffee. Because I'm cold. I don't know why I'm cold, but I'm cold and I want a hot drink. And this is also a really nice place to stop, to build tension. So yes, we'll have a 5-10 minute break to get drinks and whatnot. And we shall go and explore the cave. Maybe. We'll see. Soon. So yeah, we'll be back soon. Bye. Hello, everybody, and we're back. Nothing creepy is happening at all. This is all perfectly fine. Everybody is okay.
Oh, good.
Can you all make me a threat roll, please?
What?
A threat. I can't
That's
remember
not
what
it.
this is on. I think it's not mind. Is it mind?
Excuse me. I forget.
I will look in the rule.
No, body.
Body.
Oh, buddy. That's something
Oh,
I
well, that's
conquered.
helpful then.
Bye, Colin.
So roll the number of dice equal to your stat.
No, this is challenge. So you roll 1 dice.
Oh, this is challenge.
And you
Okay.
are going to choose a number of points to add on to that roll to see whether you are scared.
If I was scared, then I will be gracious and put 1 point into this.
Okay.
How can I roll this?
And there are
Ooh.
2 weird points left in the pool, if anybody wants to use one.
My body stat is 3, and I rolled a 6.
Do you want to add in any of your body stat, or do you want to add in a weird point? Because then I think everybody would have a weird point.
Well, I rolled a 6, but I can
Does
add
anybody?
a weird point.
Do you want to add in a weird point?
Well, I was just going to say, might we need them later, but when does the scene change?
In a minute.
I'll take it anyway.
Yeah.
I'll take it anyway.
Cool. So you'll take a 7. Timothy
Yeah.
has a 3. Is Timothy going to add anything to that?
He already added 1 point from his body.
Oh.
So
Oh.
it's the day, apparently. It's the day.
And
Those are your unlucky dice.
yeah, Annabelle.
I rolled a 5, and my points for body are 4.
Do you want to spend any of those to up it?
No, I better not.
I'm using my Vesson dice. They're betraying me.
Yeah, you're using them for the wrong game. That's your problem. So, Colin, you hear before Timothy and Annabelle these noises behind you. You stayed back a little bit. You're being a bit more careful. And
I
you
was
hear-
behind the others anyway.
You hear them and you're like, crap. How do you not get caught?
Because I run past the other two, straight through the middle of them, going crap.
And you enter the cave. Annabelle and
Yes,
Timothy.
if we're that close, then yeah.
Yeah, you are. Annabelle and Timothy.
Okay.
As you see Colin speed past you going crap, you hear the footsteps, and then someone jumps. Well, not jumps behind you. Someone is behind you. An arm reaches around you, pins you. A hand goes over your mouth. You struggle, but you are unable to escape. You feel a cloth over your mouth, and the world goes dim. End of scene. More weird points are added back into the pool. And for convenience sake, we shall begin with Colin in the new scene. Annabelle, Timothy, we will come to where you are at some point soon. Colin, you have run into the cave by yourself without a flashlight. You don't get very far before you run straight into a wall. But you are now hidden in the shadows. What do you do?
What can I hear?
You can hear Timothy and Annabelle struggle. You hear their muffled grunts, and then you hear nothing from them.
Does it sound like they've been taken off in a particular direction?
They are being brought. The sounds are coming towards the cave entrance.
Okay, so I'm going to keep like against the wall in the shadows and try and edge round to where I can see what's going on.
There is a group of 7 individuals carrying 2 limp bodies between them. The individuals.
Does one of them have nice trainers?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah.
One of them smells vaguely of bacon.
Right, okay, yeah. It's them.
The people who are carrying your friends are in long black robes. You can't see their faces, and they carry Annabelle and Timothy in to the cave. As they get past you, one of them turns on a flashlight so they can see where they're going.
Okay.
They go past you, they don't notice you.
Right. I shall continue to follow them quietly at a distance in the shadows.
Okay. You head behind them. It's a weaving path that leads deep into the mountain. As you head deeper, you notice on the walls and on the floor that strange fungus that was there before in the woods is thicker. It's almost as if it's a carpet across the floors and the walls. It smells. You now recognize the smell. It is rot. It is decay. It is vaguely sweet. Occasionally, as the flashlight moves ahead of you, so the fungus is dark green, dark brown, slightly off colour for the wall. But occasionally the flashlight catches a white glimmer of something. And as you head past, you notice it's a bone of some kind. Sometimes it's a bird, sometimes it's something larger. Occasionally you see something that looks like a human bone, maybe a tibia, maybe a rib cage. You can't quite tell. As they head further, the 7 people in front of you, the flashlight opens up into a large cave. Inside this cave, there are actual torches, like wooden torches with fire on them. These are lit around the cave. You hear a ceremonial dump of the 2 bodies into there. Do you look into the cave?
Carefully, yes.
As you look into the cave, between the flashlights, not the flashlights, the torches, their wall appears to have almost pillars going up it, covered in fungus. The pillars are not clean, could almost be carved stone. The closer you look, the stranger the shapes of these pillars. One looks like it could be a deer standing on its legs, on its hind legs, upright. Another one appears to be made up of lots of small birds. The one at the very back has a human form. And where the face would be, there is no fungus, but a young girl's face staring at you. That awareness that you have felt since you opened the room is oppressive. It is as if the fungus knows you are here. Make me a foreboding roll.
That's a 3.
As you stare at Liz, you assume is Elizabeth, you feel something starting to envelop your feet. You are now aware that the fungus is aware of you. It is seeking you out and it wants you. It is also starting to form a mat over your friends who are lying in the middle of the cave. Annabelle, Timothy, the chloroform wears off. This is vaguely real life. Chloroform lasts a little bit, not like the movies and makes you pass out for hours on end. But it's made you drowsy for a bit. You are now lying next to each other on this soft, comfortable floor. You wake up and you feel as if a blanket is slowly being pulled over you. Both of you as well, make me a foreboding roll.
I like to spend one of my 2 remaining soul points.
Okay.
In total.
Cool. Annabelle?
I got a 6. I guess my skull head dice are my lucky dice.
Yeah. You slowly become aware. It takes you 10, 20 seconds of this comfort, of this fog to disappear. You become aware that the blanket that is coming over you is wrong. It doesn't feel like cotton. It doesn't feel like a duvet. Almost as if something is growing over you. You become aware that you are being consumed. But you are not yet fully in danger. The 3 of you, you start to hear from the 7 people who have now spaced themselves evenly around the cave, a vague chanting. It's very, almost sub-vocal, but they are definitely making some form of noise.
I get up. Not gonna stay there. Nope. 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 No.
Can I see around me at all?
Yeah.
Or am I
yeah.
stuck?
You're not stuck
Are
down.
they looking
as
at
I say,
us?
it feels like a blanket. It's not heavy. It's not holding you down.
Are the people chanting looking our direction?
Hard to tell. They have hoods, like the stereotypical cultist, really big hood thing. You can't really see where their faces are, but they are in a circle facing the center.
Okay.
So you assume that, maybe they are looking at you. But
I'm going to
Timothy
try and
has,
get up too.
yeah, Timothy has just jumped up. Yeah, you can stand up.
Yeah.
As you stand up and you look down, you see fungus, mushrooms growing up your clothes. The roots, the mycelium, the roots are starting to wrap around you. From the wall, you hear a very faint voice, a young female voice that just says, "Run."
Okay. Where's my bag?
You don't have your bag with you.
Okay. Well, I am looking around. I'm probably seeing Annabelle. I sign towards. Yeah, we're gonna run, and they're gonna start running away.
You can see the entrance that you got brought in through. It's the only entrance into the cave. It vaguely glows. You can't see Colin. I'm assuming Colin has yet to make himself visible. But how does Colin react to seeing Annabelle and Timothy jump up? And the voice of "Run."
Is there a torch near where I am?
Yes, but you would have to get into the cave to do it, to get access to it.
Right. I would run to where they're running so that we kind of meet up at a point where we would all come together.
So you're going to run into the cave.
Well, can I not stay in the shadows and kind of be round the edge, or
the whole cave is lit? But even with this jumping up of Timothy and Annabelle, the well, just for the sake of it, call them cultists, haven't reacted.
Because that's what they are.
Yeah, they haven't reacted.
Okay.
Do it.
Light it on fire. Just incinerate everyone.
That's what I was thinking. I will make a run for a torch.
Okay. Yeah, you run in. You get to a torch. You grab hold of it, and it just slides out of its bracket. It's easy enough to get hold of. I'm guessing, do you drop it here, or do you want to leave before you throw it somewhere?
No, I'm going to make a run for it, but trying to ignite the walls or the floor or whatever behind me as I go.
Okay. And I'm going to assume Timothy and Annabelle, you are going to follow?
Yeah.
Cool.
As soon as I can see Colin, I am happy to get out of here.
I'm actually going to grab a second torch before we go and follow behind it. I'm sure I'm not keeping up with Timothy, so I'll bring up the rear.
Okay. And as we are now at this point, I need you all to make me a weird roll. So, any weird points you have gained throughout this session, that is the number of dice you are going to roll. And tell me the highest number you get.
I only gained one weird point. So I should roll my solitary die.
Yeah, the problem with having only 3 of you is there's only 4 weird points for you to get, so makes it a little bit harder to...
I have rolled
Timothy seems happy. Oh dear.
Yes.
I have rolled a 1.
Oh, our athlete
Yeah.
got a what?
Of course, I got a 1. What else?
Well,
So I
brilliant.
rolled the highest with a 2.
This is going so great. So great.
As you run, you don't know where you're going. You've never been in this cave system before. Colin was the only one awake when he went down. But it's a winding, natural cavern with many off paths and offshoots. As you run, you set fire to the wall. This awareness that you have felt, Annabelle and Colin, you are aware that it is the fungus. It is this dark, black soul. It is ancient. It wants you. It is hungry. Timothy, you feel this creeping up your back. Everywhere the blankets of mushrooms and the mycelia grew over you, you feel as if your muscles are old. They are withering away. The ancient creature life is draining your life. As you light the walls, you also, in your brains, in your heads, all of you feel a scream, as if a small child has been put right next to your ear and has screamed as loud as they can. And it doesn't stop. It pierces your ears and it pierces your mind. You continue to run. How do you all feel? I've gone Vampire the Masquerade. How do you feel?
Well, Colin's just kind of in a blind panic, really.
You are
Horrible.
aware that you are causing it pain with the fire, and that the screaming is as a result of the fire. Does this stop you?
No.
No?
Because being in a panic, it would just be like torch, 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 torch.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah.
What about the others?
I'm feeling really annoyed because it's occurred to me that, you know, this is some sort of presence and that Colin has now pissed it off.
He was trying to have an argument about what a mushroom is. Not a toadstool, it's a mushroom.
But still running. I'm still running.
Yeah. Timothy.
I don't have any torches, and I am yacked out. I'm uncomfortable to all limits, and actually, I don't think I should end like this. Nobody should. As I'm worried about myself, I am worried about my friends, and I feel I don't want to leave them behind, and I don't want to end here, and I feel that's slowing me down. Yeah, it's...
As you continue to run, you start to feel the heat of the fire behind you. along with the smell of rot and decay comes smoke. A wet, cloying, black smoke. The mushrooms or the mycelia, they are not dry. They do not burn easy. They create a noxious, vile atmosphere that makes it hard for you to breathe. Can you all make me a body roll? What's it? Not body. One of the body ones, I can't remember which ones it's called. Pursuit, which is body. Just an influence. So roll the number of body you've got and tell me your highest.
Just to add some flavor, I have this wonderful scarf that I bought in New York that I'm gonna pull across my face.
I rolled 2 1s and a 6.
Ooh. So we've got a 6.
Is it just the highest? Mine is 5.
A 5 and a 6. Okay. That was not what I was expecting. I had a plan for you all failing, and now I've got to think of a plan for you all succeeding. Damn it. You continue to run through the cave. You keep ahead of the smoke and the fire, but you slowly begin to realize you are lost. You have moved far enough away from the cave that the amount of mycelia on the walls is fading. You are, Colin, you realize, in a different part of the cave system. But you are now far enough ahead of where you are. You've probably been running for maybe 3-4 minutes at a good pace. But you also realize you are well and truly lost in the dark.
Okay. Colin, where do we need to go?
I have no idea. Is there anything that gives a clue as to if there's any light from anywhere or anything that's sloping up rather than sloping down or something like that?
The only light is coming from the torch you have and a few smouldering fungus on the wall that you've tried to set fire to, but these ones are not catching light.
Can we see the smoke traveling in any particular direction?
The cave is probably 10 feet high, and you're starting to notice smoke accumulate up there. But it's heading the way that you are running. But whether that is up or whether that is because it is finding space is a little bit hard to tell. You can't really. You've gone up and down a little bit through the caves, but you can't really tell whether you're heading up or down.
It's our best choice, though, surely, isn't it?
Well, guys, heat rises. So if the smoke is going that direction, that's where the heat from our torches are going. So I say we follow the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
completely. And I'm gonna stick to the plan.
You continue to run through the cave system, following the trails and tendrils of the smoke above you. The mycelia have disappeared, but you have still got this omnipresence feeling about you that you are now being hunted, that you are wanted, and this hunger is following you. After 10, 15, 20 minutes, the smoke above you fades out. There is no more path for you to follow. There's only the darkness in front and behind. You continue going, just out of pure hope.
We have come this far.
No point in going back.
No.
You
Okay.
after again unknown period of time. Time now has no meaning to you. All the paths you choose seem the same. You start to feel again a cold breeze on your skin, as if a wind is blowing down the tunnels towards you. There's a fresh scent on the air.
Have we made it?
Has it got any lighter?
It's the middle of the
Not
night.
I've lost all track of time.
That's true. We should still follow the fresh air, where the fresh air is coming from.
Yeah. Head for the air.
Here's good.
As you follow the wind, the breeze that is coming to you, it gets a little bit stronger, a little bit fresher. You can smell the pine of the forests. You can smell the mulch, I suppose, coming from somewhere. And then you hear a sound. A bird tweeting. It's the first bird you have heard since entering Wellman. You move up and you start to see light. Like the moon, a bright, clear day, clear night would cast the light of a full moon shining into the cave, into the caverns. You turn a corner and in front of you is a grand opening. You can see the moon in the sky. You can see a few scattered clouds. You head forward. You can see below you the forests. Hundreds of meters below you. You are halfway up a cliff.
Okay.
Colin, do you think that we should put the torches out because we'll be like a spotlight if anybody's out there looking for us? Or should we keep them because they're the only weapon we have if they attack us again?
We can see by moonlight. It seems sensible to conceal ourselves a bit at least. I think we should probably put the torches out.
If
Worst
we
case, we can still hit people around the head with them.
True.
Yeah, we can totally do that.
Will we be able to go anywhere outside of the cave halfway up this cliff, or is it like a sheer drop off?
How good are you at climbing?
Oh,
In
God,
this
4.
situation, I'm better at climbing than caving.
Yeah. And the question is, should we go up? Because
we go whichever is quicker and safer.
yeah.
So that would be down.
Sure.
It'll
Is it-
continue
Well,
to get safer.
If we slip, it'll certainly be quicker.
Right.
So it
How,
is
how far to the top and how far to the bottom?
halfway.
I said halfway, yeah. So it's probably maybe 150 meters up or down. It's harder to see what the path is like up than it is to see down.
Well,
Down?
What does it look like down?
Raggedy. It's not a sheer cliff face. It's quite a jagged, rough, as if it's maybe regularly has rock falls or something breaking it up. There are clear handholds and things that you could probably struggle down.
Mm-hmm. Down, I'm going to say. What do you guys say?
Down.
you're the smart ones. If you think they aren't looking for us down there, then we will go down. That was scary.
Mm.
For ease of not
Okay.
making a roll, you all lose one body to make this climb.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Colin's world.
Yay.
I think it's still my highest stat at this point. Okay. Yeah. I will look out for my friends as we climb down. I don't think there's much I can do, but I can be afraid for them, so that's good. And at some point, I think we are back on the woods.
It takes you a couple of hours to slowly make your way down safely. As you get to the bottom of the woods, you can hear the stags and the birds and life in the forest. It is, to you, almost the sound of a spring day. It is life, it is vibrant, it is non-threatening. You can smell the bluebells and the tulips, the forest flowers. It is fragrant. There's not a single note of that putrid, rotten, burning, acrid that's from earlier. You feel safe. Tired, worn out, but safe.
Car? And leave?
You do not know where you are.
Okay. But if we don't know where we are, we can still run towards something into the wrong direction. So, car and leave?
I think we should wait a little bit, rest, and see which direction the moon is moving.
Okay. Okay.
The moon is, as you've climbed down, you've noticed the moon is setting. It's always had its light shining on the cliff, so it's made it a relatively easy climb for you to come down. So you'd think away from the cliff is west. Am I getting that right? Yeah, sets in the west. Yeah. And you headed east to get to.
You should know. You literally do astrophysics.
I look up. Actually, no, I don't. I look at a computer. I don't do anything to do with real stuff. All of my stuff is theoretical. And we don't
theoretically, that's in the west.
All right, so we follow the moon.
Yeah.
Great.
If we want to go west.
Go west.
Do we want to go west? Why do we want to go west?
Because that's where the car is.
Is it?
Well, we came east, so we got to go back west.
Good.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. As we are walking, I would like to pick up a nice stick.
There are many nice sticks for you to pick up.
Great. I will choose randomly the nicest and have it. Good. I have stick.
I have stick.
I use stick.
You head out and you start walking through the forests. This is not like the path you took before, which was a little bit difficult, dark, full of rocks and twigs and roots for you to fall over. This is soft moss, soft mud, easy on the feet, completely different to what you felt before. That awareness that was in your mind has gone. The screaming that has pierced your brain is no longer there. You head out, almost as if a new dawn is upon you as the sun rises behind you. You head out, you head through, and eventually you come to a clearing. In the middle of the clearing is Marjorie, and she is holding a small mushroom. And we shall end there. Well done, my friends. You may or may not have survived Wellman. Well, you lived to meet Secret Mayor.
Die another day.
Die another day. So there we go. That is our version of Solemn Vale, A Dark Legacy, which is a different take on Solemn Vale, I feel, but still very Solemn Vale. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Checks out with all the horrible stuff that's definitely not happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing weird at all.
The mushrooms are very Solemn Vale.
Yeah.
And the caves.
And the caves. Yeah, there is actually a name for what the mushrooms are, but you'll have to...
In actual Solemn Vale.
In actual Solemn Vale, yes.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
And there are parts in the story where you could have found out more, but you didn't, so...
Huh. Huh.
See, I learned my lesson from a previous Solemn Vale campaign where I tried to work out what the geology of a cave was by licking it, and didn't do that this time.
Colin ran into the cave and suddenly became part of it.
Yes.
So to not end up a funny wall decoration, we should have run into a different direction.
It's quite hard to not become part of the mycelia.
Okay.
You'd have to spend a lot more time researching and going around the town and things. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
felt bad leaving Elizabeth there.
oh, Elizabeth is now a barbecue. You set fire to the whole thing, so
Oh, so it all burned.
most of it burned down. Yeah, Colin set fire to the room that they were all in. So
Well, at least she's not there in suspended animation anymore, just like hanging out on the wall for the past couple of few years, right?
yeah, probably being slowly eaten by this fungus. But yes, anyway, so that is Solemn Vale, a rather creepy, dark folk horror RPG that starts off very, very normal, with normal life, and then goes very, very weird. So this story came from the Weird Book, which was one of the PDF things from the Kickstarter. I'm not sure yet if it's out to buy on drive-through, but Solemn Vale is. Do pick it up. It is a great setting. It's a great game, and I hope everyone enjoyed it.
very much. Thank you
It was
for
a lot of
running
fun.
it.
Yeah, no worries. So I think that's it for this session. We shall wrap up, and maybe we can all convince Tom to run us a game for the next one.
Yes.
Yes, because there's a thing that he needs to run for us all. So, but yeah, so thank you very much. We'll go the opposite way around. Everyone sign off as always. So we'll start with Tom, who's above me.
Hey, I'm Tom. I am writing stuff and telling stuff a lot, and I was partaking in Horror and Illusion Con at the beginning of December, and they promised to come back, and I can just wholeheartedly advise everyone who enjoys horror games to go there and play games for free with very awesome storytellers, GMs, keepers, and to watch very, very intriguing panels. So yeah.
Cool.
And I'm Tracy. And as I said earlier, my company's Madmen and Heroes. And I've also just kicked off in the past 3 weeks 2 separate podcasts. The first one is called Folkloring. And the second one I did, it's a folklore podcast production. It's called Stories from the Hearth, and it's a book at bedtime kind of podcast.
Cool. And last but not least, Mark, who are you?
Me.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
On my screen, you were pointing at Tom. Yes, I am Mark, the creator and host of the Folklore Podcast, the podcast which has also created, thanks to Tracy, Stories from the Hearth. Our new podcast telling old and obscure folk tales read for you by listeners of the podcast. So if anybody wants to read a story for said new podcast, then they can do so by contacting us at folklorepodreaders@gmail.com, or contacting the Folklore Podcast and saying, I want to read a story, and then we'll go, yes, please. So you can find that wherever you find podcasts. You can find the Folklore Podcast also wherever you find podcasts. Please find our podcast. Thank you.
Go listen. I like how Tom's just like, yes, me. Yeah. And
I like reading.
Yeah. I'm David. I occasionally run games on this stream. I'm hoping things are gonna get a bit more regular now that I actually have a settled place to live for a while. So, and I have stable internets, unlike I did in Germany, Tom.
You say that like he stole it all.
Yeah, I played. It was fine, and then Tom visited me, and it was all wrong. So no. So yeah, hopefully we can start doing more stuff on here. As I say, we're going to beg Tom to run some modern Vessen, please.
Yay.
So hopefully that will happen probably in the new year, because it's about to be Christmas and all that and things. So, but yeah, I also do the Drunken Storytellers podcast, where I occasionally look at folklore, but for some reason at the moment I seem to be doing a bit of esoteric occultism and demonology for some reason.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, and well, it's Christmas, so I'm going to read a ghost story tomorrow on stream, and then that will go up onto the postcode, up onto the postcode, up onto the podcast.
It's a very large envelope.
It's a very large envelope, and I have to send it out to many, many people. I don't know what story I'm going to read yet, but I'll read something spooky and old as well. So, but yeah, cool, brilliant. So go check out the game Solemn Vale. There are some other good versions of it elsewhere online, and go buy it on DriveThruRPG and support Dirty Vortex and Mark Kelly, who created it. And thank you, Mark, for creating such a great game. So we shall leave it there and say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.